Hi everyone. So I made it here in India and I'm in Ballygunge right now. I am traveling tomorrow to a conference at the University of Birwan. That's going to be interesting because I'm actually giving a plenary, whereas last year's conference I was just giving a 15-minute paper. It gains me an extra 5 minutes. I'm not sure where that will get me. I'm not going to work from notes, but the presentation is called The White to the Nation, Gender Wars, Settler Womanhood and the Anglo Rhythms of Australian Sport. So I won't divulge too much about the content. I'll just leave that suggestive title. I have a fully fledged PowerPoint to work from, but it's a different kind of foray than what we'd be used to around questions of women's space and fairness, and more of a decolonial critical reading of the productions within the Anglo rhythm, as I call it, of what womanhood is, what is being protected, and how there are historical lineages to this, particularly vis-a-vis the inclusion in the contemporary period of, or the debate about the inclusion of trans women in such sports. Now, it turns out that the amount of trans women that enter into elite sports, professional sports, whether that be football or netball, is vanishingly small. We are only 1% of the population, or less than. And speaking for myself, I'm not sporty. I was never good at sport. There are a certain number of trans women that do excel in sport, but again, vanishingly small, especially at that level. And there's been all sorts of allegations about their presence, including fabrications about whether or not they were harmful to teammates or opposing teams, for example, causing injuries. Really, moral panics that shore up a notion of the category of woman as based on the fragile white woman. So it really, the proponents of these sorts of gender critical arguments and the right to women's space, which is never about more substantive issues. It's more about how that plays out in the arena of sport, which is important to definitions of national femininity, definitions of the national body, and so on. There's a lot to unpack. I'll leave it there. But it's going to be interesting. It will be a couple of days. It's not just my plenary. There's a whole range of other things. There may be information up online about it. I'll find out. But I'm looking forward to a lot of stimulating conversations, being, as I am, quite an unusual presence and maybe a bit provocative. The talk itself, and also because it's not that common for trans individuals such as myself to appear within these sorts of, speaking of spaces, academic spaces. But I am a decolonial trans scholar, so that's my contribution to thinking about the algorithm, AI, and its effects within culture and education. Yes, wish me luck. And I'm really enjoying being back here in India. I'm sleep deprived and I have to get ready for bed because I've got an early start tomorrow. It's 2 or 3 hours to travel, and I'm going to be packing up. I've been staying here as often I do in Ballygunge, but I'm very grateful to be here again. There's a lot to do. There are a lot of conversations to have beyond the conference as well, coming back to Kolkata and catching up with friends as well. So it's going to be a really rewarding time and I'm very lucky. So anyway, that's how I'm traveling. How about you? Please subscribe if you're interested in following more content of mine.